Russ Gaspard here for my WoodShed app. And again, the problem statement is about addressing the needs of music majors and serious students of music. They all understand that they need to practice for many hours, but in fact, those who know will tell you that it matters how you're practicing, how you're spending that time, and that's probably the most important skill that a serious music student can learn. And these are students that it's very important to them. Research has shown that music majors spend more time on schoolwork and are more stressed out. They've really got a lot riding on this, and they need modern mobile tools to help them accomplish these goals. Just like an athlete working out at the gym has tools, modern tools, where they can track and keep track of how many reps and how much weight so that they can build toward their goals over time. With our WoodShed app, we'll have a similar but customizable tools for musicians that play any instrument to be able to leverage the power of technology. So I'll give you a quick walkthrough of the app. Here's the proof of concept, and it comes up with the login screen, and once the user logs in, it will bring up the topic screen, and you can see these topics. You can add a custom topic, but anytime you add a topic, it will stay in the list here. So if you wanted to practice one of these jazz tunes or one of these scales or other exercises, you would just select that that's what you want to practice, and then we can choose some parameters. So I'll choose key center, will be the key of A, and the bowing pattern, since I'm a violin player, would be shuffle bowing, but I can also pick the tempo. Let's go with largo, a slow tempo. But notice that we have some other parameters in here about different drumstick grips. We have tonguing technique if you're a brass player. So it's very customizable to any musician, no matter what their needs may be. So once we've got the tags selected that we want, that are going to be stored with our practice record, we can click begin. And here are our metronome tool, our drone note tool to assist with intonation, anything that you might want during a long and rigorous practice session. We'll be able to record brief memos to listen back to, a counter tool to keep track of how many repetitions, if we are interested in repeating something over and over to achieve perfection and muscle memory. The session timer, of course, which we can show and hide. And then when we're finished with this portion of our practice with this topic, we'll hit complete. And it brings me, you'll notice it brought me from the practice tab over to the history tab automatically. And there's the record that we've just saved, where we practiced How High the Moon. And if I go back through one more time, maybe now I'm going to practice some major scales. And let's pick a different bowing pattern. Let's say chain bowing this time, and we'll stay in the key of A. And for tempo this time, let's go really fast, and then I'll practice those major scales. And again, at the end of practice, I can click complete, and now you see I have 2 items in my history view. There's not quite enough here to sort, but I will have a sort and filter functions so that I can dig through these previous practices and see the details that I stored on those dates. So if I click sort, you'll see it brings up a sub-menu, and I can sort by topic or date, and I would be able to click the filter button and bring up different ways to filter. I could filter by topic or by tag. Maybe we put a filter in by date range. But then when I select any one of these, it brings up the details for that practice session. Shuffling through hundreds of previous practice sessions and sorting them or filtering them and clicking on each one to see my notes of what I accomplished that day. Over in the settings tab, you'll see we have the ability to log out. We can set up a tweet mechanism, and based on our previous meeting, I not only included the tweet on complete, setting, but put in an Ask Me First switch. So this would create a pop-up. So basically, if we're doing a practice session and we hit complete and we've got that Ask Me First switch thrown in the settings tab, then when I click complete, it will bring up a dialog box asking me if in fact I want to tweet the results of this practice. So there's all sorts of goodies that we'll put over here in the settings tab. There's our export our data via email, and we'll set up these tag templates with a drop-down menu similar to the sort menu, so that I can have some suggested tags if I'm a guitar player or a drummer or a brass player or a violin player or whatnot. And then of course we have a provision to dump out the database and start fresh. So there's my proof of concept. I'm really excited about this app. It's really a customizable framework for really goal-oriented people that are going to use it in ways we can't possibly imagine, but we know that they will reach mastery with a tool like this to get serious about using their practice time most effectively. So I think it's going to fill an important niche in the marketplace, and I'm excited to get on with building out all the advanced functionality. Thank you.